Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another episode of our legendary Isabella von Karstein campaign for Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires using the Steel Faith Overall mod as of March 2019 with the Blood Kiss update and some of the other balancing updates they've done. Okay, don't forget like and subscribe if you made it this far. New episodes every day.
Descendant of
It does help other people find it, and it lets you know whenever I release those episodes. I try to do it around noon every day. I release an episode noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so let's go ahead and fight it. It's going to be versus like 29, but
the nation calls.
We got to do it. I think these don't have very much armor piercing. I think the vampires can probably just deal with this, and then we can, you know, just charge cycle them, just kill their lord, charge cycle them. The garrison is like these knights are kind of a problem, but we could probably swoop down on those and kill them with our Vargeists. Vargeists, I think, have decent armor piercing damage, right? Not a ton, but not much. These are okay piercing, but they're really designed to be against infantry. We'll see. They still do a lot per hit. So I think we can swarm him and kill him.
Countess of Sylvania.
Doing nothing. I mean, we could get some spears. Wanted to raise dead and get it. Grab a thing of spears there. Let me see. How much bonus did I get versus large? 15. I mean, this fight is getting pretty serious. We might as well. Might as well not play around with this one.
Descendant of Bathory.
Are they at war with anybody?
Who calls?
No. I call.
Isabella Karstein. Massacre them! Death and destruction!
Thinks we can't do it. Okay, so they don't have a full garrison. They have some, but because this place is very vampiric, it's hurting their replenishment a lot. So, I believe Imperial Stand. Wow, really? They get +5 leadership and defense if they're losing. Damn, they've buffed Empire a lot. Okay, let's fight them. We didn't come over here not to fight. Isn't that right, Sadie? Isn't that correct? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're being good, aren't you, Sadie? Yeah, she's being real good. Let's get those Vargeists on call here. So who's... my main caster. Oh, I forgot he naturally has... He doesn't even have to put points in it. He has an attack also. He's looking kind of weird. Alright. It's our anti-large. So we'll try to get the spears on the cav if we can.
Begins.
Now I could just run up with the vampires. I think that's kind of what I want to try out, is run up with the vampires and then use Purple Sun to see how much damage we can cause on some of these clowns.
Noble of the night. Vampire.
So we just face tank, try to group them all up. Now, if they're just going to let us sit here, I would love to be able to charge up a little bit more magic before we go in there.
Queen of Darkness.
Toss a couple of fireballs at him. We can toss this at him too, once they're all lined up. Let's see how they're going to go with this.
At once.
We're going to shuffle around a little bit. Pistoliers. They're going to group up. Okay, so we'll just wait a sec. If they want to let me get up to 50 magic, I'm cool with that. While they get their perfect position. They don't have any artillery, so there's really no rush. They don't have a mage, so... Okay, we can go ahead and start rolling up a little bit here. Ooh, we need those. Their cav, I believe, are on this side. Yeah, Empire Knights. So we need to watch out for those. Pull these over here.
Quickly. I ascend.
They don't want to roll up on me. Fire a couple more fireballs in there. I thought I'd do way more damage than that, but I was mistaken. Soften them up a little bit here.
It is done.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get up here. Okay, now they're coming. They're like, okay, we've had enough.
For Isabella. Swiftly.
Where's all their melee? I need to try to fight them before my melee gets up
My
there.
will. Lead them. It is done. Isabella von Karstein. The curse of undeath. I am immortal. Vampire. We are immortal. Die, mortal. Die. Bow before me. Agreed. Noble of the night.
Where's their lord?
Bring death. Swiftly.
Okay, wait, is that him?
At once.
Oh, there's their lord, okay.
Isabella von Karstein. We surpass Nagash.
No, right here, right here. Actually, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm gonna kill all those.
The von Karsteins march. Blood magic. My fangs grow sharp. Blood magic. To war! Blood frenzy! All life must end! Curse of years! Vampire! We are immortal! Crush the breathers! We are the new order!
Oh, I forgot he's even over there.
Ow! We are immortal! Vampire! Swiftly! Death to the living!
Okay, so now we gotta wait on these pistoliers. Get too scared and run away. Come on.
Vampire! Swiftly!
Should put like 400 units of that vortex spell. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
On death ascendant! Crush the breathers! We are the new order!
It is time.
What?
Wait, what did I just do?
Vampire! I'm in
Took him
your
out of that
thrall.
group.
Necromancer.
Who's rallying back? What is this? Who's still left? It's pistoliers.
Your time has come!
Vampires are real, man. There's a reason that I think they are the strongest hero in the game. Potentially, just like in terms of their well-roundedness. These Free Company militia gonna stop us, huh? I think they're gonna stop us, huh?
I'm in your thrall! At once! His lady!
Dang, I got a
Necromancer.
bit of a bad roll there. Everybody's gonna die. We'll just go ahead. Pyrrhic victory. We slaughtered them. What did we lose? A stack of zombies? I guess we lost zombies and spearmen. Like, They had over double the units. Now, yes, vampires don't count as many units. How did she? Oh, she has that spell, that wind spell for free off of that item that killed like 300, and then the purple suns or whatever killed like 400 something. Yeah, good strategy. Put in like single entity, like tough units, and then drop down a crazy vortex spell in there. I can't believe I'd ever really thought of that before. But yeah, I was like with the Wizardman. Well, they just buffed the Vortex spells in the mod. Not the damage, but like they don't run away like immediately from wherever you cast them. They're all a lot slower than they used to be, and he added extra debuffs in there as well. So like the Purple Sun lowers their magic resist by 25. Some of them like lower their melee attack by a certain amount. But yeah, the Vortex spells have just been garbage almost always, unless it's a stationary Vortex spell. Like the Elves have one. Or Life Magic has one that's stationary, and then the Shadow Magic has one that's stationary, but both of those have been nerfed. But the ones that run around randomly, like Purple Sun, Chain Lightning, Banishment, all of those have always been so bad because you can't really predict where they're going to go, and they were so fast. You'd like drop them down, they might hit what you want them to hit for a little bit, but then they'd go flying into your own units or just go flying off the map. And they're so expensive, they're usually historically like 20 magic or something. So it's just a really unreliable way to use your magic. And the Nehekara magic or whatever was a lot better back then. Okay, so we're going to liberate.
Blood.
So I know we just murdered all y'all, but... Oh, we got 2 blood kisses for that, because we killed a faction leader and we vassalized somebody. I guess if they rebel against us, we kill them again. We get another blood kiss. Okay. So we could awaken some of these if we want. The casualty replenishment is quite nice, as is the 5 public order. Okay, so do we save up for her for the vigor loss reduction? Tier 3 don't care. I mean, the speed is nice, but it's not worth whatever this is going to be, 9 or 12 kisses to get all the way up there. Public order is legit. Right, that's a really powerful stat. This, we really need to get to tier 3 before we get to the serious power on it, which is the upkeep reduction and the raised dead cost. And that seems to make a little more sense if we have multiple, like, 2 or 3 armies. That would be a lot better. But this will allow us to expand much faster. The thing about the Sylvanian crossbowmen, though, I think an issue with that could be that I can't heal them with the Nehekara. Although that would help out in sieges some. Let me see those crossbowmen.
Join me for dinner.
They're 152 upgrade. I don't have any like none of my techs will upgrade them either. They just don't really fit well with the vampire style. I just want to run in there and just swarm them. So that I don't think that matters, but the public order is good. The last one is whatever, but we could get 2 here. Or we could go ahead and start building this. This is going to take a while to get to this. 25% research rate is pretty good. 20% casualty replenishment is extremely good though too. And the 5 public order is just so crazy. I think we have to go with that. I really want that 5 public order. Otella. check him out eventually. All right, what do we got here? Necromancer, nice. That's actually really good because I want to get the big Nehikara here. Heals everybody for how long? 7 seconds. Okay. Now Raising Dead is super good. I get that at rank 4 as well. So we could go ahead and start doing Raise Dead. I think I'll do the upgrade in the heck first, though. Got that. How does this guy feel about us? Doesn't like us too much. Prejudice, past war, great power. Don't like us with vampire counts or awakening vampire counts. So those people may not like it, and these guys probably aren't going to like that we awakened them either, although they don't care as much. If we just get into enough wars, it should probably be okay. You want to trade yet, or what?
Thou wishest to entwine all.
Let us
Okay, so I think we have to go deal with stuff right now while we can.
Of Valea.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, I want to get it just because it's different and kind of cool. Get those bowmen, but we're capped out on the heroes, right? Yeah.
Countess of Sylvania.
Okay, so we could dash over there. Also, just drop off over here and just give a little extra public order. A little extra replenishment, a little extra public order. Okay, casting off. Trees. Okay, nice. And then over here. Tech that up, eventually get us some more of that. Over here, I think we just want growth. We've got 50% already reduced attrition, so we're going to have 70% reduced attrition soon. That's going to be a little bit for those. So it's either zombie recruitment, vigor loss, which doesn't... I think we just want this stuff to start spreading. Cities 15% and growth. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Okay, so that looks all good. We already looked at diplomacy. Is Manfred back over here yet? No, they still have this. Dude, we better be able to get Manfred out of this. I guess it's not a complete waste because they are, like I said, guarding this stuff in a sense from us.
Tremble, mortal.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink just really quick while turns going here, and I'll be right back. Sorry, yeah, I just do a lot of these just in a row, just like boom, 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 while I'm in the zone, while I'm feeling it. I just try to record as many as I can before I pass out on the weekends, and then Then I slowly release them over the week. So this is a new element in this campaign, which I'm really going to enjoy, is not getting backdoored all the time. Hopefully. Now, these people can turn on me, but it's like getting free, like, super garrisons at my borders here. Okay, he's back. So ostensibly, we could still confederate with him. He's got to get these guys in some more wars with us. Or will. We could get augury. I think troop replenishment. Maybe augury just because we're about to siege. Or fervor. Nah, just do augury. Once again, it is a little overlap if they're all standing next to each other, but they do get split up sometimes. So we don't have lightning strike for this. It's going to be really hard to deal with. Oh, maybe not. They don't have that much of a garrison. They only have like a handful of things.
Can I help you?
I think they have anything that's going to be able to... These axe guys can do a little bit. I guess the great weapons can carve through some vampires too.
Isabella.
These right here, if we can keep these healed up, will be the key to knocking them out, most likely. Yeah, dwarfs are tough, man, when they're on defense. I think, we could try to lure them out. So Oakenhammer has a pretty good old garrison, but we can fight him. So maybe starting with Carrick Dramar, if we want to try to take this property, which it is just yellow, but it's relatively secure property. It's take a long time and extra money to build everything, and you lose 15%. But I don't just want to waste it. I don't just want to burn it, you know? It's just for dwarves, right? Okay, so my options are, if I don't think Zephyr is going to come for me, then I could just attack Sterling. Now, Sterling does have this, and they do have a direct path to Swartzhofen, so maybe I should just go deal with Sterling. And if the dwarves want to come for me, then, you know, if we get walls here in 2 turns, it's probably okay. So maybe I should just go for Sterling. I forgot they have the moot. 50% for that. Rating is 50%, ambush is 25%. So, you know, we don't want to step onto their property just yet.
Bow.
Ooh, okay.
Impossible.
Speak.
Moot. Alright, so they have some stuff, but not that much.
Thirst.
Okay, see, we killed a bunch of stuff here, so now we can raise dead and get some decent things. 225. We could afford that. We could also just get zombies. Black Knights aren't, like, insanely good, especially in sieges. Yeah, I think we just fill it out with zombies. There's no need to do any more than that. Save the Black Knight for another day. All this is done. It's built.
What? Thou wishest to entwine hordes. As head of the dynasty, it shall be mine to command.
Okay, let's go ahead and we'll give him a little bit of money just to help us sweeten the pot a little bit. If we have to kill these guys later, that's fine. I don't care about them that much. I just am using them temporarily. It's just a little zone. Okay. Mood is going to be pretty hard to hold. If I burn it, these guys will probably take it. So in theory, with someone like the vampire counts, I could burn some of this stuff over here, go to war with these things, burn it, have them come over and resettle it. It's kind of janky, but I could have them resettle it, make it vampiric, and then eventually confederate with them and grab it. You can only do that once or twice, though, and there's no guarantee they're actually going to like leave their area and go settle it just because you burned it. And then if you have to go back and resettle it later, occupy it plus burn it, that could be a problem. Oh, y'all trying to hold that? That's cute. I would have run the hell out of there quick. I don't know what they could possibly do other than, like, scream at the other Empire people to come down here and help them out. Like, these vampires are running wild. You can't kill them. They don't take any damage. Vampires are so cool in general. I don't think I mentioned that in this run, but what a great, like, intellectual invention. It's like, there's some of the most complex villains and really cool villains can be vampires, because if you think about, like, most of the monsters out there, right, sort of popular mythology, would you want to be a zombie? Probably not in most zombie mythologies, right? You know, would you want to be, like, infested and taken over by some kind of alien force or whatever and, like, mutated? Probably not. You know, most of the time. Would you want to be a, I guess werewolves are, like, maybe, you know, but you can't really transform and you become inhuman, right? But, like, with vampires, it's like, most of the time they're portrayed as still being basically human with, like, superpowers, pretty much, at the cost of a huge curse of having to kill people and, you know, some drawbacks to it. So it's something where it's like, well, maybe. So I think it makes it kind of relatable, like vampires, and that's, I don't know, that's what makes it really cool. That's what makes good villains, or villains that are relatable, where you're like, you know, I can actually see that perspective on that person. Like, I probably wouldn't do that,
Not
but
possible.
I can see it. I can see where they're coming from. Rather than just, like, you know, pure evil things. That's why I really like Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal, and then also like Joker, you know, from what was it, The Dark Knight. Okay, let's go ahead and
Annihilate them! Massacre them!
or just like any character in Game of Thrones, just about. What are they smoking? How do they keep thinking they're gonna win this? Okay, let's do it. Oh. The reinforcements is just that one dude, I'm pretty sure, so that doesn't really matter too much.
Mike has fallen.
Yeah, we'll start deployment. It's fine.
The dead are mine.
Actually, I think I'm used to those being my 3 group. 4 group over here, there's a couple of flankers. Get my squad here.
Vampire! Noble
My
of the
main
night.
B right there.
The Von Carstein's march!
We have Overcasted in the heck now, which will be great against these swarms potentially. I don't know, Overcasted's not even really like that great with all these vampires. You know, it's alright, but like
Necromancer.
not as powerful as it is if you have a bunch of actual infantry instead of the hero squad here.
Find me if you dare!
I mean, we could have come over here and just killed this dude, but I don't think he's gonna matter. We'll see. Just trying to get some more magic here before we set up. Get a fireball in here. Where's their...
So be it. Quickly. Swiftly. At once. Swiftly. All life must end. Quickly. Sylvania rules the night.
Okay, he's coming over here. He's on a horse. He would have just run away from most of my stuff anyways.
Crush
Ooh, all right,
the
all right, all right. We gotta go.
End them! I hunger! Swiftly! Attack! Your time has come!
Yes, yes. Surround.
Time to kill.
Surround.
Swiftly!
Y'all know you want to surround me.
On life!
So I forgot to bring them over.
Blood magic! Noble of the night! I'm in your thrall!
With haste!
Isabella von Karstein! Yes, good! What? At once! What? I smell fear! Vampire! Your desire?
The living will join us.
Your desire? For Isabella! Quickly! We are immortal! Crush the breathers!
This dude just died already? Like, come on, bro.
I
Trolling.
thirst! Vampire! We are the new order! The living will join us. Swiftly! Retreat! We surpass Nagash.
Now, so be it.
Vampire! Find me if you dare! At once! Quickly!
Life is a phase.
How depressing would that be? Like, you just damaged all of them, and they just all group up like that, and then just heal all the way back up. Y'all don't want to mess with this. Look at how fast they're running. Holy. I don't even know what's terrifying thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess huge monsters like running at you. Okay, that's scarier. That's definitely scarier. Those bar guys running at you. But like, you see someone that just kind of looks like a person that's like wanting to kill you, and all of a sudden they're running like faster than a car. The vampires did get buffed with this mod to an extent. I think their HP got nerfed a lot, and some of their combat effectiveness got nerfed, I believe. But their speed got upgraded a lot. So in the base game, I think they had like 40 or something, and this they have like 60.
Swiftly! Blood friends!
Bring on Chaos. Let's do it right now. Turn 5 Chaos. We'll fight him. This is just very good against what most people are going to be fielding. Like, this can be beaten, but in the early game, it's just so strong. They just don't have enough power. Like, you have to focus fire and blow that stuff up. We've seen some of them get kind of low from the Lords, but, like, there's a battle with Beastman for her quest item that can actually be kind of tricky. They have a lot of, like, Minotaurs and stuff like that, which can cut through those vampires. They don't have a lot of health to start with. You just have to focus fire them down. So, like, big units like Minotaurs, Trolls, Vargeist, maybe Greatswords, Demigryphs, stuff like that can definitely take them down. It's just like right now, like, Swordsman, that's not going to cut it. With that much armor and that much healing. That much purple sunning. Gosh, you got 400 with that purple sun. We could sack and then occupy. I guess I don't need it to be a really high level town. What, is it tier 2 or tier 3 though? It costs a lot to build towns though, as vampires, so how much is it to upgrade? You first of all, you have to have enough growth to do it, and then second of all, it's like 1,600 gold, I think, to upgrade a town to tier, like, we're probably going to get it at tier 2, I would assume. If we get it at tier 1, we definitely got hustled. I should have checked to see which tier it was. But based on how much we're getting for this sack, I think it has to be at least a tier 2 town. Take this money, which is good. Or it depends on if we think we can defend it. There's not going to be any corruption here, hardly. We could just sack it and then just allow, like, some rebels to take it over or something in a little bit, and then we can just come back and grab it later. I just want to deal with Sterling right now, just try to take him out of the game. Of course, if I only sack it, then, you know, they're not out of the game. We occupy it. Can we hold it? We're about to, well, we're not even close to getting the 5 public order yet, but can we hold this? Moving up, we're going to be surrounded by hostiles, though, if we go for that. Raising it's also on the table. Could just sack and, can we sack and then raise? I don't know if it's going to let us do that. It will be a pain in the ass to have to build it back up later, but that will stop them from coming over to Swartzhofen as easily. We do have a lot of characters, though, which is going to create a lot of corruption. Like, each one of these characters, I think, naturally gives off, like, 1 corruption or something. Let's just occupy. I believe these all naturally give off at least 1 corruption. Yeah, plus 8%. Yeah, 14 from characters. That's another thing about having all these characters. Whenever you take a territory, you get a crap ton of corruption immediately. Okay, so it was tier 2. We did get a charnel pit. Now this place naturally has... We're gonna have to put a balefire brazier here for sure if we're gonna do this. Plus 4 extra corruption. So what is it there? It's naturally... Local populace is 2. So we're gonna have to have a lot of corruption. How much is that kiss for the 5 corruption on this dude? It's number 2. Maybe we just go to number 2 on all of these. I mean, the unit experience, like, that is decent. You know, it's not like that's terrible. It's just like the other ones are just better, I feel like. Right, okay. Level this up. Living host. Don't have the other stuff yet. We're getting a ton of replenishment. Number 5. What is... Okay, she's one of the lower tier ones. Alright, so we just go for... Will. How much is hunger? Level 8. So we've got Wild-Eyed and Immortal Will on her. We could go Augury, but... Go replenishment here. That Purple Sun is sweet. I'm loving it. That makes this School of Magic a lot more viable. They don't have a super cheap spell you can use a lot. Like, this is a very good combat spell, but it's not cheap. You can't spam it. But it gives you single target, like pretty good single target debuff. The minus 30% vigor is great, by the way. Single target debuff, Soul Blight, Doom and Darkness. Now this can be good to get them to run, especially against Empire factions. But this thing is just monstrous. Extended effect duration. I mean, we could have that in there too. I don't really want to use Fate of Buna. It's like, why would I pay 16 on something that can maybe kill 1 unit when I can kill their whole army for like 21? Okay. Alright, and then she has Augury. We'll go ahead and max her Augury out. She'll pass that on to everybody else. Okay, now with him, we got Nahek. Just 1 point in Raise Dead, and then 1 point Curse of Undeath. Gaze of Nahek, not that great. This is good with certain types of armies. The plus 35 melee attack, but not with what we're running. Maybe down the line. Not right now. Okay, so this, the Moot. I'm gonna try to hold it. We need to put a Balefire Brazier in there stat. Braziers everywhere. And now if we're actually gonna go try to take on these human areas, then getting the extra +2 corruption everywhere and spread the covens is really nice.
Join me for dinner.
It's the tier 2 here. I still think that one's good. The tier 2 is the public order. Okay, we gotta have that one. And then maybe just going for the extra vampiric. Just super public order style. Okay, cool. My boss at the department was emailing about something, and he said, no, you did the right thing. I was like, okay, cool. Just paperwork stuff. It's just really weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Timber. We've got the public order. Do we need to build anything? How much money are we looking at? We don't want to go crazy with the money, although we are starting to get quite a bit now.
I hunt. Greetings, kin. Mine will dominate here. Do not mistake this parley for anything else.
Our past wars, awakened temple. Okay.
Darkness comes. I expected the von Karsteins to come crawling as soon as they had a whiff that power could be had.
Okay, so we can't actually confederate with them. That's what it looks like. We can make him a vassal, but we can't confederate him. Okay. Fair enough. Zufbar is tripping.
It is time.
Hey man, what?
You dare approach.
You want
a
non-aggression?
lord
I won't kill you till later. Enjoy a few more days with your kids, you know what I mean? Like, are y'all gonna step up and start clowning? Speaking of which, where the hell did they go? Huh. Maybe they're over here trying to knock out these guys. That'd be great. Give me some more time with this. Okay, I think we have enough to buy another building. So what do we want here? A growth building, probably. Public order's great. I could get a money building, but... Ooh, Gibbet does public order penalty due to lack or presence of corruption 10%, 20%. I'd rather just actually get more corruption, though, if that was a problem. I don't want negative growth. I think just this. 15 growth, 1 public order. It's pretty legit. And then looked at all that, Text. Looking good. Yeah, I think growth and repression buildings. We're about to go on a mass expansion, potentially. Potentially. Okay, working on that. Yeah. Now we can like go fast and furious with like just murdering all these humans like ASAP because we have we got our boys here guarding our borders, except for the dwarves. But they seem, my guess is they're preoccupied killing the goblins, which is smart of them. They don't want to trifle with me. I've got walls in Swartzhofen, I've got Castle Drakenhof, they're not going to siege that. So it's wise of them to go try to to go get those greenskins out of the mountains, get some more territory, get some money, tech up, build their army up, and then mess with me later. So it makes logical sense why they're doing what they're doing. And I hope that's what they're going to do, instead of wait for me to start taking over everything and then come out and try to backdoor me. We need to get into a bunch of fights with a bunch of humans out here. Need to murder all of them, get a bunch of blood kisses, and then get some trade agreements with the vampires is what we need to do. Our little vampire doorman here. This is what I'm talking about. This guy's creeping. You know, if Vlad wouldn't, or if Manfred wasn't sitting there watching my back, he may have just backdoored me right there. That's probably one of my favorite features that they've done recently, is allowed you to awaken fallen factions. Adds a lot of extra strategic like considerations to it, which is really cool. I like that, because like I said, the AI will do this too. Like Norska will come through after Chaos has burned stuff, and they could potentially bring up like some, you know, they probably wouldn't bring back humans though. I don't know. I've had people do it to me before. Not in like as strategic of a way that I'm doing it right now, but I've seen them do it before. It just makes the pacing a lot more interesting too, where you can just go out and just go. You don't have to play as defensively as the vampire counts in the early game, which can get a little dull sometimes. I don't mind it personally, but I know it's potentially not the best viewing experience if I'm sitting here just like hanging out for 50 turns, like farming rebellions, waiting on, you know, corruption to spread out a little bit. Get out there, just kick in the door and just go. That's my favorite way of playing, and I think a lot of people like that about my campaign, is that campaigns that I run, is that I'm very aggressive, like really aggressive. As aggressive as I can be without like losing the campaign and trolling.
Isabella von Karstein.
How much stuff does Sterling have? How many armies? They don't have any armies right now. Okay, so I could go for a Verlin.
Karstein. A curse.
That's right, bro.
All right.
I'm there. Got any cool special units we can hire? Nope. Can grab one more zombie though. I just wish I had a doorbuster. They're so cheap, 107 each. I don't know why it's that cheap. The math doesn't make sense to me, but like, these are like about as much as zombies, these vampires are. Just make sure I have all these items that I can equip. Scroll of Black Horror, okay. Oh, we've got a toughness potion. Okay, let me put that on her. And then, where's my spellcaster? What was her name? It was like something kind of goofy. Hanalor, Adolfa. It wasn't Adolfa, was it? Elise, Valda. Okay, we do have other stuff. Channeling staff. Okay, let's throw down a channeling staff here. Fireball spell. Grave digger, all these other things. Okay. So we could use some magical item like chance. Find chance, because obviously we can equip like 50 magical items here if we ever get any. Okay, so do we attack Alverheim? They have... Those are going to be worthless. Definitely beat those. That's like 13...
Ever vigilant.
26 units. They're not going to help them. Do they have any alliances?
Yes.
They are military allied with Carrick Heron. Defensive allied with Carrick Heron, which is... it might be right here. I don't remember if it's... I think that's Carrick Norn, so Carrick Heron's probably in here. So this would put us to war with dwarves. Dwarves are annoying because they can backdoor so easily, because they can hop over all these mountains. Okay, so I could just go up here and go for Sterling and just try to finish that off. Or I could get, like, really aggressive here.
Serve Sigma.
This might be the main guy. No, the main guy's not usually a priest. Could go aggressive, wipe this guy out here, and then maybe go for Work Bad next. Next on my list. Need to get to tier 3 so we can get Banshees. I could get rid of this and get Banshees. That's so strong though, but definitely not getting rid of that. I can't get rid of this, so it's really like I need 2 buildings for Banshees though, so I think I have to wait. Okay. So we just take this out right now? Just fight, fight, fight? I just don't want to waste turn running up here without like doing anything productive. Yeah, let's do it. Who are they at war with? Are they at war with anybody? Anybody gonna pay us off?
All right.
Okay, they're at war with border princes. Have we seen border princes? Yeah.
The Empire.
Hey, what's up, friends? Their strength rating number 2.
You come bearing arms. Is it war?
Join war against. What y'all think about that? You want to throw us a little money? We'll kill them for you, I promise. We'll leave you alone for a little while.
Never.
See about never. Let's see a second here. Funny thing about that word. Doesn't usually mean what people think it means. Okay.
Sigma's will.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's go knock them out. Getting some wars. Now, are these... Oh, they didn't go to war, though. I forgot if someone else pays me for it.
Sigma's
And they don't
will.
join the war.
I will not parley with the dead.
Oh, that's really bad, actually. I really wanted them to go to war with me. Okay, so I have to declare a formal war. I can't have someone invite me into the war. Or it doesn't bring in my military allies. Let me see if they'll be willing to join.
Ready, fellow beatless hearts, foolish mortal.
Almost. War against.
I disobey.
What do you want for it? Damn it. Okay. Well, there'll be other people we can murder. We're not at war with Carrick Heron, though, so maybe it's worth it that we didn't go to war with them, so they're really annoying. Okay, nothing cool to hire there.
Isabella. All shall perish.
Seriously, 2 turns? Okay, whatever. I guess we can just get up on the walls. These crossbows are gonna be annoying as hell, though. If we do just wait 2 turns. Like, the siege towers are really, really nice because then my units aren't fatigued when I go in. These are a lot better than the zombies and stuff we fought before, so maybe we should just kind of take it easy here. If they want to come out and meet us in the field, I'll be happy to kill them, but...
Attack!
It's possible. They might just come out if they think they have overwhelming numbers, but... Okay, so he's running. Don't need any of these. Okay, we can upgrade that for sure. What else? Tier 2 buildings do we need here? One more public order would be nice. Growth would be nice. Extra money. Public order. That pays for itself in like 15 turns. I think the Gibbet's probably fine. Yeah, we'll have enough time to come up here and kill a rebellion, I believe. Okay. Oh, dang, we're already in an hour? Dang it, time flies. Border Princes and Sartosa. I'm liking the feel of this campaign so far. I like it. It's a lot of action, like, really quickly. We're getting a lot of, like, pretty good fights. There's none of this, like, chilling around. Who's Defender? Oh, Vampire counts as the aggressor. Hell yeah, let's do it. You wanna... Hey, man, you wanna murder some people? I'm down. Let's go get these breathers. I gotta tell you, in some mythologies, if I could be a vampire, I probably would. You know, I started watching this Diary of a Vampire or something like that. Okay, they're coming at me, huh? We're at an hour, though. I don't want to go too far over. This is probably going to be like a 15-minute fight. We'll start off next episode with this. We'll get another good, clean fight here. This is going to be like 26 units again. They have a couple Empire Knights. They're all healed up. This could be a tough one. Could be a tough one, but we'll see. We'll see what the Purple Sun has to say about that. But we'll get at it next time. Yeah, I was watching Vampire Diaries, and I thought the first season was actually really good from what I remember. It was like the pacing was like, holy crap, this is fast. But then the second season, it started getting like really like out there. Like some characters started doing some stuff. I was like, I don't see how that character would ever morally do that. There's like just too many loopholes and too many weird things. There's one thing in particular. I was like, I can't. I just don't believe this anymore. I could kind of see that it was going to go in that sort of direction eventually, but like it kind of made sense, but I was still like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and watch it eventually. I was watching my daughter during the day, and she was just like a little baby, just like sitting in her cage, I guess, like the little baby, stuff that you put around so they don't wander off during the day. And I was just watching a couple of episodes a day of that, and it was very good. I was hooked for a while, and then I was like, I don't know, but anyways. And then I just watched was it the iZombie? I'd watched all of those, all 4 seasons of that. I think there might be another season coming out of that eventually. I think there might be a 5th season. Or I can't remember. But anyways, that was actually pretty good. In the early couple of seasons, got a little, most shows do that. They kind of devolve a little bit as it goes on. But that was a pretty good show. And then and then I watched Vampire Diaries. My wife was like, "Are you just watching like all the teenage girl shows or what?" Like, I don't know, man. Look, it was interesting. It was one of the more interesting things I saw on Netflix as far as TV goes. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to come back next time. We'll fight this tough fight right off the bat, and then we'll just keep going. We'll try to see how fast we can expand out here, especially if we can get some of these corruption kisses going. The faster we kill these guys, the faster we can kiss them. So, anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And don't forget, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. See you next time.